Hello and welcome back to Master of Orion. We're still, well, moving forward, I guess, but now let's actually go and take out the Guardian and at the Orion system and colonize frickin' Orion, right? I made some modifications in the last, off-screen to the ship designs. Basically, I replaced all the mass drivers that I had on the ships with phasers. So that's about it, I guess. Nothing really noteworthy happened aside from that. You're looking at me again. You're also saying, please, let us build an interplanetary administration and space elevator. We want to build ships too. Come on. Which I actually might just allow, so here, do that. And then you can also get started on this, I guess. With a little help of your fellow colonies in the system, I guess. But, your medium turn, what? I really need to get the one colony going where I want to have the planetary stock exchange. I guess, aside from that, you can only do deep sea cooling and then you can go export, I guess. You're already constructing sentinels, alright, that's cool. So you want some more money, I think. Because you want to progress faster. Do it now. Okay. Your troop transport can go here. Quantum fields research completed. Cool. Get better shields. Also upgraded the shields on design, but I'm not going to do that again just to get to the next class. I think 5 is fine. Got a better planetary shield, though the usefulness I think is doubtful and it costs additional maintenance, so probably not gonna implement it anywhere. And got a better jamming system that aside from giving the ship itself missile avoidance, it also gives the fleet missile avoidance, which doesn't stack with ECM jammers on the other ships that receive a bonus, but if they don't have anyone at all, then it gives them at least some measure of ECM, which is good. So I could basically include this in my carriers in order to give the other ships some measure of ECM. So that's kind of okay, and I'll probably do it. So there's a lot missing here in the center. Is there anything interesting? Biomorphic fungi, I'm not sure what that's even doing. Fast missile racks, right? I don't really need that. Autolab, yeah, okay. Universal antidote actually would be nice. I guess since we're pretty much at the finish in the upper and lower branches, I guess you can just get here and research that and everything you need for that, so get on with it. The first ones will probably be done pretty quickly. Anyway, so I got my fleet here. I'd like some more upgrades. Don't have enough money for the flashlights, I guess. That's sort of bad, because I would like them to be better, because they're sort of my main offensive capabilities. So let's actually just wait for another turn or two, so I can upgrade at least a few of them. Because a Guardian should have pretty capable shields, and if the shields are working as I discussed lately, then it would actually be really helpful to have high-powered weapons and not a lot of mass drivers. Anyway, guess we need a star base, armor barracks, and terraforming, I guess. Yes, and data center. Probably also want that eventually. All right. Completed a star base. Guess you also want a data center and holosim and, well, armor, yeah. Yeah, this only has a maintenance of 1. This has a maintenance of 3, so no, we're not gonna have that. Not everywhere, at least. And I could upgrade like one of the battleships. I would also like to have an option, in case anybody of the developers is listening, I would also like to have an option to basically upgrade my ships by going back to my original planets and then using production to upgrade them, because the BC costs for upgrading tiers is pretty high at some point. So I don't think this is actually possible right now. Like if I go with one of the ships to Volantis Prime and then try to upgrade it, I don't think that'll actually work. I mean, I could technically try it, but I don't think there exists anything like this. No, there's no option to upgrade the ship, so well, also can't do anything here. Upgrade would also be just money. I mean, this sort of places additional emphasis on having large amounts of money lying around, which I don't really like, and I think is a really bad idea. So I'd actually like to also be able to do it with just production, because just give the players the options. If you have enough money, then you do that. If you have additional production capabilities, then you just use that. But just forcing them down this different route of using obscene amounts of money to do upgrades, I think is pretty weird. Anyway, I'll probably wait another turn so that I can upgrade a second one, and then we should be able to deal with the Guardian. I'm sorry to keep you waiting again after I said that we're gonna go there, but I don't want to get my ass kicked, to be honest. So can I have deep sea cooling, academy, and you can also build a troop transport, I guess. You don't need any of that, but you can build this, I guess. Some terraforming is always nice. You probably want the data center and barracks and marine barracks too. You don't have a star base even, then you can go to terraforming. You're already at only half population, so I guess that'll be fine. Alright, got molecular control, which is better armor and better missiles, so I could wait an additional turn to upgrade everything and that, but you're probably shouting at the screen at that point, so let's actually not do it. Let's actually just upgrade that to this. And then let's freaking go to Orion with everyone, like, everyone, yes? Everyone! Right, you got the colony ship with you, yes? Okay, good. Good job. And you don't have anything to do. That's sort of sad, but how do you feel about building an additional battleship? Maybe 2? Yes? Yes? Good. Thought so. Oh, council meeting! Woo! Let's see how much percentage we have at the moment. I doubt we're at 2/3 already, though I would be totally surprised.
I shall withhold.
So, oh, we're actually at 3/5 already, which is not quite 2/3 that we need to actually win. No, technically, is it at 2/3 anymore? Because this sort of artificial limit here seems to be at less than 60%. Not sure. If I vote for myself, I might actually accidentally win, which I don't want, because I have like 3/5, which would be 60%. Yes, yes, 3/5, 50%. Yeah, 60%. I mean, so I might actually win this round just by voting for myself, but I really don't want to do that, so I'll abstain.
I forsake my vote.
Yeah, I have almost 300 votes. Huh.
Welcome to GNN.
And now, the state of the galaxy. The census rankings of Empire populations.
How many enemies do we have? 5. I have more than 5 times the amount of the population of the bigger opponents, so it should give you some information on that. Well, there's not really much that anybody could do to me at this point, I feel. And I don't even want to make a guess at the fleet strengths of everyone, but probably CNN will give an update on that at some point. Alright, so we're here. Let's kick the frickin' Guardian in the ass. Let's actually go to tactical for this. Half our battleships is upgraded. Half has. So we got 1 Titan, 4 battleships, and a couple of destroyers against the Guardian. Don't think the Guardian actually uses missiles, so maybe the destroyers are actually out of place here. So I'll move them behind the battleships, just to not lose any of them, because I would like to do this fight without losing any ship. If I can do that, that's actually rockets. Hold on now. Hold it together. Oh yeah, Guardian has quite capable shields, I feel. Whoa, we lost 2 battleships. Crazy. Wow. I should have waited for more upgrades, I think. We only lost 1. But the second one went down too. Well, I'm not gonna question it. Apparently I only lost 1, because apparently the Guardian died before the missiles hit or something. Not sure, but we lost 1. It was one of the ones with less amount of shield power, so I maybe should have held them back too, but we won. Yay! Woo! After defeating the Guardian, the fleet explores the planet and find what seems to be Orion's ancient ruins. Their continuous study allows the scientists to develop new technologies.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Yeah. In the stream I said I think that they're randomly generated for what you can get here, but I've always got these 4 in 4 rounds, so I think they're not randomly generated, at least not at this point. You always just seem to get those. There are a few interesting technologies missing, like the damper field. I would like. I'd also would like to have a shot at the particle gun instead of the death ray. So yeah, just saying there is some stuff missing, but we got the best armor now, so I could upgrade my ship's designs again to include the best armor that the game has to offer, which I'll probably do.
Thus did humanity arrive on Orion. What riches, what knowledge could be locked away in its depths? The human republic will surely use all of its resources to plumb these secrets.
That narrator voice was a little bit too loud. I apologize if any one of you was sort of shocked by that. I think there was an error that it was so loud. Anyway, we're at Orion now, so let's actually start building up this as a big colony. So actually it's going to start with 2 production facilities before moving on to sub-farms and I guess Hydro 2 and a cloning center. And I think I'm also going to ferry some people to here. But first we can have money for this. Talking about ferrying stuff here. I also like to have a factory here to construct an additional military 2 military outposts here. I'll keep some ships around to guard the system. Which one of you isn't damaged? Everyone is damaged, okay. Guess I'll keep the carrier around together with escort of 3 destroyers at this point. No, the other one? I'm sorry, but you seem to be doing alright, so you're also both the new designs, so you're gonna remain here with the destroyers at the other point. Alright, good. And I would like to ferry people over. So Volantis, do you have something to do? You actually do. Do you have something to do? You don't really. So after you've done that, just take the time to construct 2 civil transports. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. Alright. Guess I could rush build this, but I'm not really sure. That's sort of the weird thing about these upgrades, eh? Just building an entirely new ship and then rush build it after a few turns is actually cheaper than taking an older ship and upgrade it just by using BC. Which totally doesn't really make any sense, to be honest. Why would I ever want to upgrade ships when I could just buy new ones? But it's a little weird, to be honest. So I'm gonna move on here too and have an additional civil transport from here. And after that, I guess you can build another one of these. Though I'll probably upgrade the design. I just did that off screen, I know, I'm sorry, but they got better armor now, so I would at least like to have that on the newer ships. So let's take it. Makes the ship more expensive again. Also got better shield. Takes less space too, so we have more space for fun stuff. That's good. Yeah, we got additional additional stuff by defeating the Guardian. One of which is a black hole generator, which you can use to create a pocket red hole that immobilizes all enemy in the targeted area and deals massive damage over time. I'm not entirely convinced if it's worth the space, but it surely is a fun stuff to use. Quantum detonator increases the power of the drive explosion when the ship is destroyed or self-destructs. It also used to protect against boarding of a ship because it had a chance to just destroy the ship instead of being taken over. Since it doesn't have that here, I'm not entirely sold on this at all. Also not on the black hole generator, so I'm gonna keep the reinforced hull, if you don't mind. The weapons we got is basically just a death ray. Damage-wise, it's extremely unimpressive compared to the phaser. I mean, if I just take this total DPS number, which I'm not sure is actually an accurate representation of what the thing does, it's really bad. It has half the damage of phasers, and it takes like more than 6 times the amount of space. Why would I ever install that somewhere? Yeah, the death rays used to have an additional advantage by being able to kill infantry on ships, much like neutron blasters when I discussed them. But the damage really seems to be bad. And bad is not even a real accurate representation of how bad it is. So, no, I'm not gonna install any of those. I have a little bit of space left, so let's actually try to add another offensive phaser. Thank you. Good. Same here. I think they just upgraded, so let's do that. Let's take the better shield. They shouldn't have much extra space because of this, so they're fine. Let's also upgrade the carrier. There's still a few under construction, and since the designs always update with the ships that are still under construction, should be okay. Have a bit of spare space, so let's increase the offensive capabilities a little bit. And I think I can fit like 2 more PDS. Or another one even? Yes, even another one. Alright. Fine. Good. You want to upgrade the Sentinels? Well, those are not the ones around Orion, but you can upgrade them nonetheless. Can't be the ones around Orion because there's no space here. Alright. Oh yeah, there's the one cruiser that didn't get any orders. I guess you'll be returning here. That takes 5 turns, that takes 6 turns. I guess that will also take 6 turns via that route. I guess you'll also remain here, and you'll remain unrepaired until the stations are finished. So let's just remain here. Your guard, advanced robotics.
Our scientists
We're not able to build battle stations, which are improved versions of the star base. We can also just upgrade our existing star bases. It gives an additional scanner range, which you can use to see stuff from further afar, which we probably don't need. It also gives additional command points, but aside from that, it doesn't really benefit the primary function of generating command points too much. And so, well, I might build it at the more important bases, but unless I really am strapped for command points anytime soon, I'll probably just build ships instead of battle stations, because I can't custom build the battle stations. They all come with some measure of equipment that I have no control over. So that's that. Transgenetics. Oh, Gaia transformation. Right, now we can transform our Terran planets into Gaia planets, which gives us even more space on our planets.
Just a minute of your time.
Yes, I know, we've unlocked the Gaia transformation project. Yes, thank you. I did know that, so in case I see any Terran world without any more population incoming. You don't have any more population incoming because you're not looking to get food. Oh, you have enough food. Okay, never mind that. But when you're done with the carrier, you can get started on that, and you can also have a battle station because you're sort of important, so you get the maximum amount of defense. But I'll probably not do it everywhere, because there's even a better version of that, so just building battle stations now and then in a few turns having to say, oh, there's even an improved version, it's like, I'm just wasting my production time at that point, so there's really no good reason to build it unless I really need the command points. But since Ramon is also sitting at sort of our edge, and the additional scanner range might just give us even more heads-up warning, I think it's actually worth building it there. There are only very few occurrences where I would actually build it right now.
And now, the news.
This is something you don't see every day.
Or ever, if you are a Nolam.
A wealthy merchant has contributed an impressive sum to the Human Republic.
Thanks, I guess, whoever contributed that. I'm not sure how much I got, but I got something. Maybe if you take a look back, you can see how much it was. It was only a few thousand, I think. So it's nice. I can use that to upgrade my stuff. So I'm not complaining about it, but it's like, okay, I don't really need it, but thanks. So I'll be constructing another military outpost here. The advanced military outpost technically is better, but there are some weird issues with those. One thing is, it has a much higher command point cost, which at this point becomes sort of an issue. And additionally, again, I have no control over what sort of weapon systems it has. It also seems to be the case that you can't upgrade ships here at the advanced military outpost sometimes. I think it depends on the actual race with which you're constructing it, if you still can upgrade your ships or not. So I'll play it safe and take the military outpost, because there seem to be some issues with the advanced one that you can't use it to upgrade ships. So I'd rather not have that happen, and I don't think anybody will actually attack me with a large enough fleet that I will want to have the advanced version ready there. So there's that. Gaia transformation. Sure. Have a nicer planet, please. Alright, you don't have anything to do. Can actually build all of that stuff. Right. You're still supporting the production, right? I think you can be a little bit selfish now and actually do the Gaia transformation and some other projects that you may have been missing out on. Just do that. Once you're finished with that, you can go back to export. Thank you for the help. Appreciate it. Oh no, the production went down here. Well, I could spend the money, but I think I'll just wait a few turns and then spend the money when it's below 7,000, hopefully. I could also just postpone the deployment of the carrier, to be honest. Civil transport is ready. This is actually the first time I built a civil transport in this game. It's actually helpful to have it for all your new planets, but I sort of was strapped for colonists on all planets anyway, so I didn't really do it in the beginning because my expansion phase came much earlier than even I'm getting used to, so... But you can go here. Alright. You probably also want to do Gaia transformation and Autolab. Autolab is helpful. I didn't talk about Autolab, but Autofag is helpful because it gives additional research just on a per planet basis. I think it upgrades the research lab and gives, like, I don't know. Let's check how much it gives actually. You just wait with that. You just start on that anyway. It gives plus 10 even, so that's really nice. Good. Okay, you'll be going north. Join our forces there, and you want to do also Autolab, and then I guess Holosim, and also terraforming. Just continue down the path of beautiful planetness. Okay. I'm sort of feeling the weight of all the cash, so here, rush build this, please, thank you. I guess I'll not even build the battle station here, because we get the replacement and improved version of that pretty soon.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Alright, we can now use bioterminators, which is a biological weapon that I probably not talk about much nor use. You can basically use it to wipe out the population of a planet without destroying the installations. Theoretically, you might be able to just take out all population on the planet and then recolonize it, and the buildings should still be standing. I'm not sure if that actually works. I haven't tried it out because you have a big diplomatic fallout with basically everybody by using that. So, yes, I'm not gonna use it. If you're Psycholoid, you probably want to use it though, because they don't really care about diplomacy anyway. And Universal Antidote increases our population growth again, so it's kind of nice. What do we have here? You also want to build Auto Lab, and of course, everybody loves Gaia Transformation. And you are a troop transport. You want to go here. Guess I could upgrade my troop transport at some time, so I don't have enough money, I think. Not sure though. So another civil transport, just go down there. I'm gonna give you some money to rush build this, and you can also build Gaia Transformation before building another ship. I think we have enough ships to scare potential enemies off from declaring war against us right now. I still doubt that many of them are even having cruisers around, and we're having Titans and battleships. Oh, they have cruisers actually. Huh. So the Sakura at least have a few cruisers. Good for them. There's another battleship incoming here. So do I also need a carrier? I guess I should also have a carrier here. Sort of flagship function. But I guess that means you are going back to center. Yes. Should rebuild our defensive capabilities at center. So let you go there. Some from down south will actually follow you in the next turns. Just now we have to shore up Orion before anybody actually goes there. Right, another civil transport, yes, go there. You probably want some money, right? Sorry, wanted to push some more money your way earlier. My bad, and you go down here. So now I just increase the population here by using these civil transports, which is actually kind of nice if you want to develop a planet even faster than by buying all these basic buildings. Artificial intelligence was researched. Yeah.
New discovery.
Got the Achilles targeting unit. Achilles was pretty overpowered in Master of Orion 2 because it it made you ignore one layer of defense and tripled your chance to hit the target, which was pretty crazy. Here it says that the missiles fired from an Achilles-enabled vessel have a small chance to strike the weak points, instantly destroying smaller vessels in one hit, which is really weird. You apparently have a 1% hit chance, but apparently only smaller vessels, whatever smaller vessels mean. And against smaller vessels, you don't really need the one hit kill chance, so I think, if I understand the functions correctly here, it's pretty useless. Oh, spy bonus! It's also useless, talking about useless. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Achilles is literally dead at this point. Not sure what they're thinking with that. I mean, some people may like using rockets and stuff, no offense, so I think it's nice that there are even more systems in place to make missiles viable. But missiles can be pretty easily countered, so that's sort of my main issue with using missiles as a mainstay weapon. Because if you know what you're doing, you can pretty easily counter those. Anyway, you're also gonna go there. How many destroyers do I have up here? I guess I'll go with enough. Alright. So, production. Right, do you still gain imports? You still gain imports. Okay, I should also change that around here. You can build an auto lab and also Gaia transformation course. And I guess this one is exporting, yes. Oh, you actually can't do Gaia transformation. My bad, so, but you can build the auto lab and then just return to that. I guess, okay. You also want to build an auto lab and radiation shield, a neutron collider. Once you've done that, you can safely export, I think. Okay, do that. Here, have some more money. So you want to go down here, I guess. You want to produce food instead of research. We don't really need a researcher here right now. Let's just focus on food and production so we get everything going. Let's also put biospheres and neutron collider, sure. And then we're gonna go the whole shenanigans. So, what's up? What's up? Auto lab, also terraforming. You're still at swamp, so you have some catching up to do. But you're getting there. No offense, you're getting there. It'll take a while, but you're getting there. Also, there's some transport going on here. That you can get import? Yes. Let's actually stop with the export for a sec, so you can also build auto labs and Gaia transformation here. After we've done that, you can return to exporting. Alright, moleculatronics research completed.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Yeah, we get the first type building that we can use for scientific victory. There are actually 3 that you have to build successively, but they don't actually do anything. So even if I build them now, I really don't gain anything from them, so I'm not gonna build them unless I really just want to demonstrate that they don't work. But I think you'll believe me if I say that I've already tried that and it doesn't work. Pleasure Dome is an interesting building that gives you additional morale, so that's that, and a better computer, which I'll also always like. And how much of the tech tree do we have left? There's not that much left, right? Right. Good. In that case, let's actually go Doomstar. It won't take long. Our scientific output is pretty amazing at this point, so that'll not take long. Alright, go ahead, next turn. The station here is done. But the factory isn't complaining about it because it entered information with the other guardians there which were guarding. So let's go here and let's actually build a military outpost now. And let's now consider how many of them might actually want to leave here. I guess I'll leave a small detachment here, so I'm guessing like one of the battleships and I don't know, a wing of sentinels, so it would be like 5. I'll also leave them here. You can return down to the center group now. And we're gonna rush build this. I'm certainly liking that what I consider to be a small defensive detachment here is probably bigger than the fleet that basically everybody has combined. So that's that. I also have 16k. Okay, what's the Poseidon fleet? They have 2k here, but they probably got more. I got another 15k there. So yeah, if I wanted to wage war against someone, they probably wouldn't be able to stop me, like at all. So maybe I'll just do it for, you know, for your pleasure. because probably you want to see that too. I really don't need to do it. I'll probably just I could just win this game at any point now, so I need to make other targets. I think. So who do we actually not like? Who do we not have a non-aggression pact with? We have not a non-aggression pact with the Cylons, and we can pass through the Borathi territory if I want to. I have a non-aggression pact with the Sakara, which is sort of good. Could also pass through them. I have no treaties with the Akari at all, which makes it for an interesting proposition to them to just erase them, you know, casually. We have an embassy at the Mirshan at least. Well, the way I see it, if I really wanted to take someone out of this game, I guess I'd go with the Psilon or the Akari. The Akari is in a sort of weird position around there. The Psilons technically are in a weird position too. Do have pacts with the Borathi and the Sakara, which are sort of my only neighbors. Well, I did take those pacts in order to have some measure of secureness earlier, but right now I don't really care. And I still have these open border treaties with them, so I have no problems just going right through their territory. And so let's go and talk to the Silence a little bit. Like, just asking politely if they don't just want to give me a system somewhere, like Minrai back there. Not sure how they managed to hold that for so long, but apparently they did. So let's talk to them a little. It's actually someone who's not afraid of us. Well, we have no idea how... No, they're also afraid. Everybody's afraid, so they probably all just say, okay, we'll give it to you, just don't kill us, please.
What would you ask of the Quanta potentate?
Yeah, I see your sort of subtext there. You don't really like me, you think I'm too powerful. You also might think I'm crazy, but I have never asked for anything crazy up to this point, but I'd like you to concede a colony. I would like Minra Prime. I'm not gonna give you any of this, but I'm just gonna demand it.
I accede.
Thank you. Kinda nice. He just gave me a colony. That's what you get for being a bully. I mean, it's not really nice, but I also need to talk to someone regarding Alien Management Center, who probably have that. Let's talk to the Borathi about it.
Come, let me see you bare your teeth.
Not sure what that means. Not sure what subtext that is. I would like to... I'd be interested in Alien Management Center. I'd actually even give you something for it, because I'm not mean, no matter what people tell you. I'll give you a lightning field. Yes, would this work for you? You also want money out of me. That's interesting. Sure, but I got enough money, so I can have money, I guess.
We will recognize your claim.
Oh, thank you. Flee now, yeah. I'll be doing many things, but fleeing isn't one of them. Alright, now I'm gonna bully myself into some more colonies. Seems like a thing to do, right? Just politely asking to give them to me seems like a thing. Alright, can actually just have some money. No, I actually got the Alien Management Center and didn't bother building it. Crazy. Alright, alright. So, who wants to give me another colony? Huh? Hold your hand. I'm actually gonna wait a few turns. I can be reasonable. Well, technically, I could also be unreasonable and just wage war against people. That'd be not quite so nice, but I did make some commitments, and I think I should keep them. Yeah, I think I'd be a terrible leader to just ignore my non-aggression treaties with the Sakara and the Borathi, so I'm not gonna do it. It's a little bit more boring for you, but I'll not be doing it. I'll be preparing for an incursion to Psilon space though, because I have no commitments to them, so I don't see any issue to just not do it. Let's also build this. Yeah, let's also shore that up then, but really doesn't matter that much. Anyway, yeah, you just wait here. Now I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to move those to here, so then I can also upgrade them, and then in a few turns I can have them trail the fleet. Because I would do something that might seem to be a little bit weird to you if you see it the first time, but there's actually good reason for that. Basically, there's a sort of issue with the transport ships. I think it's an issue. I don't think it's the way that this is intended to be. So let me just tell you. I'll be telling you later to how I think the transports actually should work and how they have always worked in the past, and then I'll tell you about how they work right now, and the result of which will be that I'll be a little bit weird in how I approach certain scenarios in the future. But I don't really see any decent way out of this. So as that, we can also build Star Fortresses now, which have an even bigger scanner range and more command points. And since I'm apparently getting close to my command point limit, I might actually just build them for funsies. They are pretty expensive though, so that's something. Right, next turn. So Minra, did you get your jump gate going? You didn't? And there's actually something over there that apparently nobody has bothered to just take a look at. I actually sent my scout over then as well. But I need to wait another turn before I have full jump point access via this route, so actually just wait a turn. Alright, now you should be able to move there. Yes, now we can take a direct path to the new planet over there. And we can also investigate this. There's probably just minuscule amounts of cash floating around or something, which I don't really need, but we need to investigate it. There could be something interesting there, right? Right? Okay. Thought so. So let's move. Do I need to upgrade my designs already? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything really new that I need. But let's upgrade the transport ships. Yeah, it doesn't actually cost that much, okay. Good for them. So now they're all upgraded with newest technologies, I think. Do you need upgrades? Because you're sort of... Oh. Costs quite a lot. But let's have the upgrades, sure. Alrighty. Let's wait for just one more turn. So now I'll do the following. I'll always use my troop transports in groups of, I think I can afford 3, so I'll always have them use, I'll always join them with the main task force here in groups of 3. And we're now actually gonna move here to the military outpost that the Psylons have over there. I just don't give a damn. I'm gonna have the rest of the transports trailing them behind. And
just a minute of your time, President.
Yeah, let's take the interface drive. Yes. Let's upgrade that crap.
Just a minute of your time, President.
Alright. Sure, upgrade all the troop transports. I just did that, so I feel a little bit silly now, but let's do it. Okay. Ramono is that. Okay. You're allowed to build a Star Fortress too, of course, and Pleasure Dome, sure, why not? Morale is already at 100%, so I should just increase my taxes for even more obscene amounts of money. Because I have enough morale boost that I probably can do it without people going crazy about it. unless they're living on Orion because they don't have any facilities there at the moment. But I could just get more money. So
excuse me, President.
So the Empire's on strike. No, we have never had that happen before. I think it's Orion, right? Yeah. Let's actually go there. And let's add a... I don't know, let's add a government support facility next. But you don't really gain anything out of having more than 100% morale. In the past, yeah, if I realized that I come up with in the past, it used to be like this, often in this playthrough. But in the past, your morale that you had over 100% actually increased everything the colony did by that percentage. So if you had a morale of like 120%, then you would have a plus 20% bonus on everything, which sort of made it interesting to have low taxes and to build morale increasing stuff. Here you don't really have that, so there's really no reason not to just go for the additional cash, even though I probably don't need the additional cash much more either, but technically I can use it to rush build some more crazy amount of ships. So that's at least something. That's more than just keeping the taxes low to get everybody let everybody be as happy as they can be. It's a little sad, but that's the way it is. Again, and you can also build a Star Fortress. Autolab, pleasure, terraforming. You're not done yet with terraforming. What are you doing? Do it faster. So, do I trust the Barathi enough to just leave my transports right back there? I don't think so. Though I technically might need it, but you'll just wait here for a second. So Barathi, don't be alarmed. You're just passing through here to pay the Psylords a visit and to kick them in their silver butts. Seems like a thing to do now these days.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Yay, Doomstar! We can now build a Doomstar, which is one size class above the Titan that we could build already, but we can only build one. Yeah, it's Empire unique, so I'll probably be building one of these. I don't really care about the other technologies that we have left, although there's battle shields, so let's actually just go for battle shields first. Because Scientific Victory 3 really doesn't do anything right now. Alright. So now you can follow them through there. Move. Alright. I can wait one more turn and then I'll casually contact the Cylons and tell them, you know what, the colony you've been giving me is doing really nice now. And by the way, oh, we're at war now. Deal with it. I don't think they have any alliances with someone so that I can so that I get additional enemies. So let me just check that. They don't seem to be in alliance with someone. They never are, because they don't really like each other quite as much, so... alright, diplomacy.
What would you ask of the Quanta potentate?
As I said, the colony is doing really nice, thank you for that, and by the way, we're at war now.
This senseless barbarism will hurt us no more than our interests, but it will cost you everything in return.
I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Alright, Silent humans are now at war. Wonder why that happened. Anyway, you're gonna go here. And you're gonna destroy this puny outpost. I'm actually not gonna go to tactical for this, because the outpost is just gonna die. Alright. Bye-bye. So you'll keep trailing behind. Technically I could bring more ships, but I don't think I really need more ships. I mean, I have a carrier here, 2 battleships and a couple of destroyers. It should be more than enough for whatever they have, which is just destroyers and frigates and crap. So I don't really mind, just decide where you want your fleet to go. And then I go there and kick a fleet's ass, and then They're actually not moving it. So that's okay. That's okay too. Then we'll just have a battle on Thespia Prime. It's fine with me. So they have star base, missile base, ground barriers, and all those puny little ships. So let's destroy some puny little ships. Okay, destroyers, please don't go in there all by yourself. Wait for the big guys. They're actually not engaging, so let's just remain here and let's just wait it out for a second. The battleships will take their time to actually get there. No, wait. I wish there was some manner you could tell your ships to just guard this one. It would make combat much more easier if you could just have something like a guard this ship order for the smaller ones. I'm not sure why actually moving is that direction. They're trying to shoot rockets at me. How cute. Oh, these are the heavy fighters that we started. Well, now they're taking forward, right? Alright. Almost got them all. Did they manage to breach a shield somewhere? I don't think so. Good fight, man. Good fight. They were actually shooting at me with nuclear missiles. Crazy Psilons. Thought you were scientifically more advanced than this. Anyway, we're gonna take your colony next. They have 13 Marines on board. They probably... I mentioned this in the past that I'll probably complain a lot in the following minutes. It seems like, I mean, I have 3 ships with 6 Marines each, so I have 18 Marines against 13, which should technically be a fight that is well in my favor. However, there might be actually tanks on the planet, and judging by the size, there might be like 5 to maybe 6 tanks, and they're actually pretty powerful, so I'm actually still gonna throw some bombs on the planet just to reduce the Marine count to like 10. Because if the numbers are even, you as the attacker probably are at a disadvantage, even if you're technologically so much superior. Which is terrible. So let's actually stop, invade. Yes, the tank's there. Alright, this was still one-sided, but if there were like 2 more Marines, that it could have gone completely crazy. So, just saying, we got a new planet! Yay! Woo! You also want some orders? Okay, that's fine too. Can build this, terraforming, and we don't have marine barracks. What's wrong with you here? I also want armored barracks then. So, but we got a new planet, yay! We're building an alien management center first, then a jump gate, and then a core waste dump. Not sure how they always manage with all the pollution, but well, I'll be dealing with that. No problem. We got enough pollution. Now talking about the Marines, because you may notice now that even though only 2 Marines died, there are no transport ships in this fleet anymore because they all went down here. Yeah, at least they went down here. They're basically here to defend the planet against a counter-offensive. But if I brought even more ships here, then I'm pretty sure that they would all just have disappeared and I would have 17 Marines here now. So that's sort of a thing that I don't like, because you used to just bring all of them along with your main fleet and then just use as much as you would bring them all down, which resulted in one-sided battles with like 40 Marines on your side to 10 Marines on the other side, which you won. You lost maybe 1 or 2 Marines, and then the rest would just return to their ships to be ready for the next invasion. Here you can't really do that, because you always lose all transport ships, at least as far as I know. Maybe if you bring more transports along than there are defense leftovers after the fight, you may actually get them back. I'm not sure. I don't think so, and I'm not willing to try it, because building transport ships is annoying enough. So that's basically why I always bring in my troop transports in waves. So in the next turn, I just bring 3 troop transports along for the next planet, and then we'll basically go from there. But that's why I do that. So that was my long-winded explanation of why I do those weird things with troop transports. Just so you're aware. You know? Alright. So what's that? This is a scout. This is sort of a joke, but this is a scout nonetheless. So you go here, and you also get... This looks like a big planet, so you also get 3 troop transports again. And we're gonna attack again. Yeah, let's actually just simulate that. Alright. There's 12 Marines here again. Again, there might be tanks in the back hiding too. I wish I could just see them here from the overview, so that I knew if there are tanks around, or if I don't have to bomb them. This way I'll just bomb them until they lose some Marines. I'm sorry for the civilians, but well, actually there were no tanks this time, so I just bombed my own future citizens for really no good reason, which I hate, but there was really no way around that, because I could have just been screwed over totally by some tanks just appearing there. So that's that. Anyway, just build this, and after that you can. I don't really care. You can use auto build. I'm not using auto build on my own colonies, but with the Poseidon colonies I really don't care as much. So you can just use auto build once the queue is done. I think I'll do the same here actually. And what's going on here? Auto lab, sure. Pleasure, Terra, and then you can get going on your personal Star Fortress. Your personal Star Fortress. Yeah, that's not a thing, I know. You're gonna need orders. You're gonna wait here for a turn. It would probably be reasonable to also assign some combat ships as a sort of escort to that, because if the Poseidons just had any combat ship, they could just go here and take them out. So you should probably also devise some escorts for your transport ship train. This only seems to be a medium planet, so I'm only going to be taking 2 transports. They may have tanks though, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of bombs. I guess I can get away with using 3 troop transports because there's only 1 planet left, so let's actually take 3. And let's attack. Simulate. Thank you. Attack the colony. I'll just invade here. Even if they have tanks, I should win this. But they don't. Alright. See, now they actually have 18 infantry when the maximum of them is 13, so I doubt that I'll get any ships back if I bring more than they need, so yes. I'll try to not complain about that particular feature anymore, because I really don't like complaining too much, but that's sort of annoying. So just rush build this, also rush build this, because you're pretty close at the pollution limit. So we should do something about it. Alright. Autolab, Pleasure, Gaia. And where's my Star Fortress? Right? Good. Just bring, I don't know, how much do we need for the final planet that they have? It's their home planet. I probably have tanks there, so let's just bring 4 troop transports. That should be more than enough. Let's let them just join the fleet, and then once you're done here, you can go here. Just wait here. Alright. Who wants what? I used auto build. Sometimes auto build just disappears if there's still a queue left or you do something about it, so... alright. Why didn't I give you money? Not sure. Sorry about that. I wasn't planned like this. You'll continue to wait here. I gave you orders to go here, so... Or maybe only you got the orders. Okay, okay. So I got a new ship. I guess you just... Yes, we can already shortcut through here, so you just go here and serve as an escort for the transport ships. Yeah, now the scout is just trying to delay me by basically flying to me and saying, please kill me, then you can't move anymore. But I'll just say, screw that, we're gonna head to your home planet and you'll just attack the structure or whatever is here. Sometimes the outposts get abandoned and you just have these floating structures around. So I'll just bomb it. Bye. Maybe it actually was a satellite and not a military outpost. That could also be the reason for why that was there. But I'm just gonna bomb it because I can't move further this turn anyway, so... At any rate, so you're gonna go and wait here. There will be an escort coming for you soon, though I probably don't need an escort anymore because I should have enough there. Just in case something goes wrong. I have some more. Yeah, you're gonna send another scout my way to distract me from going for your home planet. I see what you're doing there. I don't really care much about it. You have some ships here at least, so... Not sure which, but you're gonna take him out. A destroyer. Yeah, you built a new destroyer. Let's actually watch this, because this is your final stand, supposedly. So make it an epic final stand, please. I doubt it, though. Do I hold my destroyers back, or do I trust my destroyers to actually deal with the targets by themselves? No offense, guys, but I would rather not like to lose anybody because of this star base. But apparently we've got quite a few point defense weapons to deal with the missiles. Oh no, one missile hit. Quite a bit more. Are you going back to the carrier? You could have just went over there, fighters. I'm not entirely sold on the fighters, but I just wanted to have something different than just you know, just another beam weapon ship. I think I brought 4 transport this time, so just invade. Alright.
Alas, the mysteries of the galaxy are to remain forever shrouded thanks to savage idiocy.
Oh, well then I'm sorry, man. I mean, you did nothing wrong. You even gave up one of your colonies to appease me. So yeah, you got a point there, but you know, I don't really give a damn. Alright, so got that one. So we took out one of the other players. Let's call it that. I'd call it target practice. So maybe we'll take somebody else out of the game in the next episode. I'm not sure, or I could just finish this charade up. I mean, I could probably elect myself in the next council and win the game. Not sure if you would be interested to see more one-sided fights here, because I don't think anybody could really put up a fight against the sort of technology and amount of ships that I can bring to a fight. So yes, but we'll see more about that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.